Welcome everyone to another top 10. I'm Old School Gamer 1971. Millie, Lloyd, everyone, hope you're all having a great day. Before we begin, if you enjoy this video, please like, comment and share. Check out my channel and subscribe, as it helps the channel grow and puts a big old smile on this old face. Today's top 10 is Indie Marvels. Now let's sort something out about this list before we begin. I am sure that some of these games are not technically indie titles. For me, it has to be a small developer, not who publishes it. For me, it is all about talent. I've tried to get the mix right of both mainstream and indie titles on my channel. I make many lists about the mainstream stuff, so it's long overdue this list. One of the reasons I love indie titles is where most of the pleasant surprises comes from. Maybe yes, it's because my expectations may be a little lower, but also because I remember a time where sometimes it was only one person in their bedroom programming the latest titles. Yes, the business has grown, but there still are those games made by the few, so let's raise a glass and celebrate those games of an indie flavour. And we start off with my number 10, Slenderly Arrival. Came to the PlayStation 4 in 2015 and was developed by Blue Isle Studios. After what happened with those three teenage girls, Slenderman kinda got put on the back burner, which is a shame as the games are quite effective. You are being chased and you're trying to collect collectibles and find out what happened to your friend. With jump scares aplenty, it's a great game and hopefully we'll receive a sequel one day. In the meantime, we have this game to either enjoy or scream at like a little girl. Moving on to number 9, Beyond Eyes. Came to the PlayStation 4 in 2015 and was developed by Tiger and Squid. This is a great game that only really poses one problem for younger players. The game gets a little too real in the mortality department. Apart from that, you play as a little blind girl who befriends a cat. The cat comes and goes as it pleases. One day the cat leaves and never comes back. Eventually the blind girl goes looking for her friend. She hears things and sometimes it's not what she hears. As she gets closer she finds out it's a different object entirely. An original game that I enjoyed from beginning to a very sad ending. Number 8, White Knight. Came to the PlayStation 4 in 2015 and was developed by Osum Studio. This was one interesting looking game. It was made by a small company and released by Activision. The monochrome style sets this apart from many games. With a slow jazz piano soundtrack of the noir style, your car crashes and you find the nearby Vesper Mansion and must solve a mystery therein. At first the place seems abandoned. Soon you will be unlocking secrets. Interestingly, this game began life as they were remaking Alone in the Dark, which never saw the light of day. My number 7, Among the Sleep, came to the PlayStation 4 in 2015 and was updated in 2019, developed by Krillbyte Studio. This was one surprising game. It starts off as children's nightmares and soon you realise that this is what leads to years of therapy. The graphics have been improved with an update and certainly is one creepy game. It is good to see a game that was original, yes simple in gameplay, a little bit of a walking simulator it may be, but the story is what makes this game. Nothing else out there quite like this. I will play this through again at some point. My number 6, Oxenfree, came to the PlayStation 4 in 2016 and was developed by Skool Studio. Oxenfree is a mystery graphic adventure with a supernatural flavour to it. You play as a teenage girl, Alex, on a weekend escape to a local island. After the spookiness starts, Alex and her friends must unravel the secrets of the island. Developers wanted to create a narrative-driven experience without the cutscenes. This is an award-winning game and certainly deserves the awards and the praise that has been laid at this game's feet, and probably should have been on my guilty list too. Number 5, Pixel Junk Monsters 2, came to the PlayStation 4 in 2018 and was developed by Q Games. The first game was one of my favourites on the PlayStation 3. This was an improvement in every which way. More towers, more varied enemies, and up to 4-player multiplayer in both off and online. With more levels to play, including daily challenges, there is much to keep you coming back. But the game still has that feeling to it, saving the babies and dancing on the towers to improve them. This takes teamwork and knowing the levels. Anyone up for a multiplayer? My number 4, Undertale, came to the PlayStation 4 in 2017 and was developed by Toby Fox. Undertale is a role-playing game. You play as a child who has fallen underground. You find a large secluded area under the surface, separated by a magic barrier. You will face a menagerie of monsters during your journey back to the overground. With both a passive and violent playthrough, your choices matter here. Again, the style fits this game well, and feel that better graphics would have taken too much away from this game. Another classic. My number 3, Distrust, came to the PlayStation 4 in 2017 and was developed by Cheerdealers. This game is missing only one thing. It's the title, The Thing. This really does carry the feeling of isolation, working together and collecting what you need for survival. The snow setting makes things seem bleak. There is not too much for you to find, so time is also of an issue. Get a book so you can remember where stuff is, cause you will be backtracking to get those items, as what you can carry is limited. The aliens are a threat, and if you're not careful, you will end up in an endless slumber. With characters for you to unlock, with different skills, there is hours of fun to be had here. And my penultimate entry, Last Day of June, came to the PlayStation 4 in 2017 and was developed by Ovo Sonico. Another unforgettable game of this generation. If you've ever lost someone that you really care about, this game kinda shows you that others do understand. In a way, it shows you the steps that you go through. Loss. You would do anything for just one more day, and anger, and all the steps to that final moment. It shows you that sometimes that you do not know what you mean to someone until they are gone. And the game does this without a single word, written or spoken. Somehow it is done with sound and emotion. And my number 1, Impact Winter, came to the PlayStation 4 in 2018 and was developed by Mojo Bones. Impact Winter is an interesting premise for a game. Mankind has been all but wiped out. All that is left is a few pockets of remnants of humanity. A radio call gives your group hope. All they have to do is survive 30 days and maybe help will be on the way. Except there is the problem. You are running low on supplies, and no one except you seems to be capable of leaving the shelter of the church. Your only help outside of the shelter is a drone. This game oozes atmosphere, and it's another game that you need a pen and paper for, cause you won't remember where everything is, and you don't know when you will need it. And it's done. I hope you all enjoyed this top 10. There is plenty more content like this on my channel. Check it out, and if you would, spread the word. Leave any suggestions down below in the comments. Enjoy your day, one and all. This has been Old School Gamer 1971, signing off.